Hi guys, welcome into today's video. In today's video I'm going to reproduce this eye look for you guys. I am really excited to be doing my first ever eye look tutorial. I specifically wanted to do this video for all of you because I want every woman out there to be bold, to be fierce, to be their authentic self. I want you to step out of your comfort zone and try something different. And what I did today was I used a very bold blue eyeliner on the bottom of my eyes to outline them. And I want to challenge you, as the fierce woman that I know that you all are, to try something bold, try something new, do something different, step out of that routine that you might have and try something fun with your makeup. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe by clicking the red button below. It really does help me. And if you're not new to my channel and you're here again, thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it more than you will ever know. So let's get right into this tutorial and get this eye look going for you guys. I'm going to start by using my MAC paint pot in Painterly, and I'm going to use this as a base on my eyes. And I've already got all my other makeup done because this is basically just an eye tutorial. So I'm going to take that all the way across there, and basically why I like this as a base and as a primer is because it's very full coverage, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and it really lays down a nice canvas, takes out any redness. The next thing I'm going to do is I got this in a one of my subscription boxes. It's from Ofra. I can't even, there's no color even on the back, but I'm going to take, it's like a banana color, and I'm going to take it on this pretty big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to lay it all the way across so that it's powder going on powder, instead of like when you're doing your eyes and maybe you have a primer on there and you start to put your eyeshadow on there, it might just skip a little bit and cause you to, you know, kind of mess up your look unless you have a powder that it's just going to smooth over. And I told you about tape in one of my must-have videos. So this is kind of just a little secret on how to get that line to just look really crisp. So my eyebrows are already done, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that tape and I'm going to put it right there on the edge of my eyebrow. And then I'm going to put it almost into the outer corner, just a little bit below, because I'm going to need to go into that part right there. Now, I made this palette at Ulta. It's from Buxom. I did it because you could customize these colors. I'm going to take this saddle brown kind of color and then this mauve color, and I'm going to mix those for my transition color. And then wherever you put your brush, the first place you put your brush is where most of your eyeshadow is going to go. So a lot of people say, oh, just go ahead and start doing windshield wiper. I don't do that. I actually pat on there because my eyes are a little bit hooded. And the other thing is that since I have older eyes, they're a little bit crepey. So if I start doing this, then all of that crepiness and stuff is going to come into focus real fast. So patting it on there puts the color where you want it to be, and then it also helps you get a lot of control over what your color's doing. And I do kind of tend to give this little outer corner a little bit more love, a little bit more color, a little bit more payout, because I like my eyes to be lifted up like that in order to give it a little bit more of a youthful look. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in Makeup Revolution Salvation palette. I'm going to go in with this color right here as a brow bone color, and I'm going to just put it right there under my brow bone and soften the edge of that color I just laid down, that transition color, just so it's not so stark. This is my holy grail product, and it's a white, it's from NYX. It's just, I think it's called Milk Money or something like that, or Milk or something like that. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to go in the inner half of my eyelid, and I'm going to just go all the way over, and I'm just going to lay that color down. It doesn't have to be pretty. can actually be kind of messy. I'm just laying that color down just to make sure that it's not too chunky anywhere. I'm going to pat it down. I'm going into this color right here in the Salvation palette. It's the lightest color in here. It's a very matte color, and I'm just going to pat that onto that milk or that white liner that I just put on there, that white chubby stick. And the reason that I'm not swiping is I'm going to lose my color if I do. And I'm just going to tap it on there. This is a waterproof pencil that I got at Sephora. I don't even know if they have it anymore. It's that blue color right there. And it's called My Boyfriend's Jeans. Okay, so I'm lining the inner rim of my eye, the water line there. This pencil's really good because it's one of those ones that's kind of emollient. And so it's going to lay that color down really well in there. Okay, and as I'm finishing up the waterline, I'm going to take it just a little bit thicker on the outside edge. You'll notice how I'm kind of running into the tape there, but that's good because it keeps anything from bleeding out where I want it to be lifted. So next I'm going back in with my Buxom palette again, and I'm going to try using this color right here, and I might mix these two to kind of tone it down a little bit, but I'm going to try and darken up that outer V a little bit. So I'm going to take a little bit more of a precision brush right here, and this is a Morphe E18. I really like these little precision brushes because the first place that you touch your eyelid is where that color is going to go down the most. So I'm going to start right out there, and again I'm just very, very lightly tapping. I mean, I'm seriously just barely tapping my eye. And I have to put my finger down for a little bit of balance because you guys know I have a little bit of a shaking issue that I've had forever. And again, I'm not going in with the windshield wiper motions because my hands are not that steady. And I am just barely tapping that out, bringing it in, and using that as a guideline and going in the crease and making that pretty V that everybody talks about on YouTube. And doing it on this side again, where I put that brush down is where most of the colors, do you see that? Where I put that brush down, that's where most of the color is. And then I can begin to build that up over into the eye crease. Now keep in mind that even though I'm older, I use a lot of color. Okay, now to blend it all and to make everything look really seamless across here, I'm just going to use this fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M441. The only reason I picked this up is because it's clean and it's fluffy. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, again, lightly, because I don't want everything to get muddied, but I do want it to be blended, is I'm going to very lightly just take that across, and see right there where that line was so stark between the white and the brown. I'm kind of spending a little bit of extra time on there so that that looks so much more blended than this side. Now I'm going to go over on this side, and again, light on your pressure, girls. Really light on your pressure. I think that's where we all make our biggest mistake, and then everything begins to look too muddy, is with that. Okay, so here's the fun part. We get to take off this tape, and keep in mind I don't have any concealer on yet, but look at how pretty that is. Didn't that turn out nice? That color is just defined right there, and it stayed within the tape. Same thing on this side. See how pretty that line is? I really like the method of using the tape. It really does help me. Now I'm going to take a pencil liner brush. This is one I just got in a kit, so it really doesn't have a name. It has a tip that goes up like this, and this is my Makeup Forever palette, and this is the 15 Artist Shadow palette. I got this last year. I don't know if it's still available or not. I love this palette. It's well loved and well used. I'm going to take this color right here, which is I662. It doesn't have a name, but it's this bright blue, and this is where we're going to add that pop of color that I don't want you to be afraid of. So I'm just rolling the tip of that pencil brush, just rolling the tip of that pencil brush in that color to pick up as much of that color as I can. I'm going to take that straight on down into that liner that I did, And I'm just going to, again, light touch, very light touch. But I'm going to begin to define that bottom line. Okay, and as I'm defining that, and I'm bringing most of the color out here in the outer corner, I'm going to lightly go into the inner corner. Very lightly go into that inner corner. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow that line that the tape made for me, and I'm going to bring my blue color up into that just ever so slightly. And then I'm going to bring it across the top right there on my lash line also, to just give it that little pop of color right there on the edge. And then I'm just going to fade it into the rest of my eye look. So, okay, so you can kind of see what I'm trying to achieve here. Hopefully it's a little bit clearer to you. I have a hard time because this viewfinder I'm looking in is like this big. So in the mirror it looks pretty good. I'm just trying to make a little bit of a flick because I've said this before, I can't wear a winged liner. But with this method of the tape, you can almost get that look of a winged look and bringing it up. What I'm going to do now, just to deepen it up a little bit on that outer corners, I'm going to take this brown color right here in this palette, and it's got a lot of sparkle in it, so I'm going to be really sparse with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right into that outer crease just to try and darken it up just ever so slightly, just to bring everything together. And that is the beautiful thing about makeup, guys. If you don't like the way it's turning out, start again, do it again. It's just makeup. It wipes off. So I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush that I had, and I'm going to blend again, blend. And I know it looks like I'm wiping away a lot of product, but I'm really being light with my hand. So I'm going to just do a little bit more blending here and just kind of get it fine-tuned. And then I'm going to put my concealer on, my mascara, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, you guys, that is the completed eye look. I am really pleased with how it turned out, and I'm really pleased with the way that it framed the eyes and brought the eyes up. I also like this pop of color a lot. It's really something that I probably would not have normally done, but I'm challenging myself to go outside of my comfort zone, and that's what I want to challenge you guys to do again when I say this. That little pop of color can just make your eyes look so bright, and it can make you feel fun and youthful for the day. And also, even if you're a younger girl, don't get stuck in a rut. You know, we get old way too fast. So get out there and have some fun with your makeup today. It is just makeup. If you don't like it, you can take it off. That's always the great thing about makeup. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that I was informative and that you could follow along with me good enough. Give me some suggestions on some eye looks that you guys are doing down below, and let me know. I would love to hear from you and see if you're having, you know, a lot of fun stepping out of your comfort zone and enjoying your makeup as much as I am. So I will see you next video, and you guys have an amazing day. Take care. Bye.